Did we just enter a new age on March 21st, 2025? According to Mahabharata, history moves in cycles, not a straight line. These cosmic seasons are called yogas. Satya Yoga, the Golden Age, Treta Yoga, Silver Age, Dvapara Yoga, Bronze Age, and Kali Yoga, the Iron Age. Just like spring, summer, fall, and winter. Originally, the full cycle spanned 12,000 years, but Puranic texts reinterpreted it using Deva years, multiplying each human year by 360, stretching the cycle to 4.32 million years. That makes Kali Yuga alone last 432,000 years. But is that a cycle, or an endless winter with no spring in sight? That's where Sri Yukteswar Giri, Guru of Yogananda, steps in. In his book The Holy Science, he restores a human-scale timeline. Not one, but two 12,000-year halves, one descending and one ascending, totaling 24,000 years. This model feels more natural. After all, in nature, we don't jump from winter to summer. We transition slowly through spring and fall. However, Yukteswar still maintains the traditional yoga ratios 4-3-2-1. 4,800 for Satya Yoga, 3,600 for Treta, 2,400 for Dvapara, and 1,200 for Kali Yoga. Therefore, his timeline places the start of the ascending Bronze Age in the 1600s, which suggests the rise of consciousness. But does that track? Technological progress, sure, but spiritually, socially, ethically? Just look around. Wars, materialism, consumerism, greed, lust. It feels more like a collapse in consciousness. And besides, most natural cycles like day and night or seasons are balanced and have equal segments. Shouldn't the yogas be the same? Enter Bibhu Dev Misra. In his book Yoga Shift, he proposes 4 equal yogas of 2,700 years each, followed by 300-year transitional phases both in descending and ascending form, totaling 24,000 years. Balanced, rhythmic, natural. And it's not just a theory. The ancient Saptarshi calendar, still used in India and Tibet, uses 2,700-year yogas. Persian sources, including texts cited by Iranian scholar Abu Rayhan Biruni, the father of Indology, describe a 12,000-year cycle of 4 3,000-year ages. Heraclitus in Greece spoke of a 10,800-year great year divided into 4 2,700-year segments. Add the 300 twilight phase known in Hinduism as Sandhya, and once again we are at a balanced 3,000-year age. This cross-cultural triangulation paints a picture that's hard to ignore. But how do we know where we are in this 24,000-year cycle? Drawing from Saptarshi calendar and other historical sources, Bibhu Dev Misra places the start of Kali Yuga at 3676 BCE. With that anchor, everything else lines up. But we still have to reconcile the 24,000-year cycle with the 25,800-year precession of the equinoxes, or the Earth's wobble. And this is where it gets fascinating. The Greeks, in the context of their great year, spoke of 2 transitional phases. Ekpyrosis, the great summer, a purification by fire, and cataclysmus, the great winter, a purging by water and ice. Does the great winter sound familiar? The Younger Dryas, a 1200-year cooling event, ended around 10,700 BCE. Subtract 300 years of transition and you get 900 years of cataclysmus. Add 900 years of ekpyrosis and you get 1800 years. The precise gap between the yoga and precessional cycles. Now let's put this model to the test. Plato's ancestor Solon in 590 BCE was told by an Egyptian priest that Atlantis has fallen 9,000 years earlier. This places the rise of Atlantis civilization at the Golden Age, with this fall around 9600 BCE, right at the end of the Younger Dryas, or the Great Winter. Persian Zoroastrianism echoes the same. Ahura Mazda, created our world, or at least this version of it, 9,000 years before Zoroaster, who lived around 600 BCE. Again, we land on 9600 BCE, the end of the Great Winter, the beginning of a new age. It's also striking that Zoroastrianism is the only ancient tradition that speaks of a frozen world, while other cultures describe a great flood. This echoes the Younger Dryas, which began with sudden global cooling and ended in massive flooding. Fast forward to now, March 21st, 2025, Bibhu Dev Misra marks this as the end of Kali Yuga. Now you may ask, what drives this vast cycle? We only can speculate, but maybe the answer lies in the sky. On Earth, seasons are driven by the sun's angle and our axial tilt. On a galactic scale, what if it's not sunlight, but rather a cosmic force? Dark matter, gravitational waves, or energies we have yet to discover that's influencing us. At the center of our galaxy lies Sagittarius A, a supermassive black hole millions of times the mass of our Sun. Due to Earth's wobble, our orientation toward the galactic center gradually shifts over a 25,800-year cycle. Twice during that cycle, our solstices and equinoxes align perfectly with the galactic center. The last solstice alignment? It was recently, between 1980 and 2016. Eerily close to the Mayan end date of 2012, and not far from 2025. How about the last equinox alignment? Around 10,800 BCE, right at the onset of the Younger Dryas. Could these alignments trigger energetic shifts or cosmic events that reset life on Earth? If so, maybe the light that rose on March 21st, 2025 wasn't just the spring sun, but the first rays of a new age.